Well, hello friends, it's Amy Frillici with the Gathering Inkspiration Stamp Studio, and today I have another beautiful card for you. It features the Share What You Love designer series paper that has the beautiful pearl accents on the paper. If I kind of tilt it in the right light, I think you can see that. And then I just had to make sure that everyone knew about this stamp. It is a single stamp. It is our Statement of My Heart stamp, and I love the kind of sentiment and meaning behind our statement of the heart. So it says to love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. In this, we make a difference. So I just think that this is kind of one of those like life mottos that obviously can be applied to, playing with our Stampin' Up! Products, but it really can be in terms of creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. You can kind of apply that to so many different areas of your life. So I just love this sentiment. So I made this card, and this is what I'm going to show you. It's obviously very simple, but my big thing is that this Statement of My Heart stamp is only available during the month of May, and it's part of the Share What You Love bundle. You can only get it in I think it's called the Gotta Have It All bundle, and I will include the details for that bundle in the details of the YouTube video. So you can kind of see everything that you get in that bundle of products. And then this is this is actually a free item that Stampin' Up! Is throwing in the bundle just during the month of May. So if you're interested, if you think you can't live without this stamp, that's the only way that you can get it. I think, it's kind of tricky on their part, but it's kind of snazzy too. Plus, obviously, I've shown you guys a bunch of other times, and I'll include the link to the video too that shows you all of the products. Stampin' Up! Did a fabulous video. I try to show you guys these things, but they did such a better job than I can ever do. So I'll include that link too to show you everything that's included in, actually there are 3 different bundles. There is, I think it's called the Just Getting Started bundle, the A Little More Please bundle, and then the Gotta Have It All bundle. But the Gotta Have It All bundle is the only one that you can get this stamp in, actually, and that Share What You Love designer series paper. So it's an awesome bundle of products. Basically, it's everything that you're going to want out of that Share What You Love suite anyway, and then you get like 3 free items. So you might as well get the bundle, but it's only available until May 31st. Okay, so I do want to show you, there's another really cute card that we made recently at an event that I held. So obviously it's very, it's basically the same design, but just with some of our new Grapefruit Grove cardstock, and then those flowers are Grapefruit Grove in terms of the color that coordinates beautifully. And I love the kind of black and white too, so you've got 2 different choices. I'm going to give you dimensions. This one is also part of the Share What You Love designer series paper pack, and then I just put a black backing and stamped it in our basic black ink on that card. So I'm going to show you. This is the Statement of My Heart, the single stamp. So it's one stamp. Comes in this awesome new, you can kind of see we're rebranding kind of the look of everything. So this is how our stamp sets, the kind of branding of them, the covers here, will come to you if you order this bundle. And let's see what else. I think we can go ahead and get started. Yeah, so I have one trick to kind of show you guys. Actually, we're going to do our stamping first, and I'll show you my trick, which you guys have seen this before, but I love just to kind of give you the little tips every once in a while in terms of cardstock savings. So we are going to use, this is our Rich Razzleberry ink, and we are going to use our Statement of My Heart, the single stamp, so nice, easy, tap, tap, tap. And then we're just gonna press straight down and lift straight up. So, and I love the cursive font. I think it's because the older I get, the worse my handwriting is. And so I just really appreciate, I love that worthwhile. That word is just, oh my gosh, I love the scrolliness of this font. Okay, so let me grab my Big Shot. And we've got our magnetic platform as usual for our thinlets and framelets. Okay, I've got one clear cutting piece underneath there. So this was my trick that I wanted to show you guys. So these are our other pieces of cardstock and designer series paper that are going to layer right on our card. But this is my trick. So this piece is totally covered, obviously, with the designer series paper. So I'm going to scoot that right there. We can cut our scallop circle. So these are the layering oval framelits dies, and I'm using the very largest scallop oval. The thing is, so we're going to cut this. So there's going to be a big, huge hole in this paper, but you want to make sure to not cut down, you know, too far on either of the edges. You want to do it right in the center, because that's all you need is basically that outside edge. Okay, so just make sure you're careful with where you place the framelit on your crumb cake cardstock. And I have to do this one upside down because I wasn't thinking about where I stamped it, but that'll be okay. I'm going to scoot that in a little bit. And so we're going to lay, this is, oh, I forgot to mention, this is one of the stitched shape framelits, the largest oval in our stitched shape framelits. So that looks good there. We're going to put our clear cutting piece right on top, and we're going to crank our handle. Okay, so bear with me just a sec while things might shake for a quick moment. Okay, all right, let's get our big shot. We're going to pop those guys right out of there. Let's get our big shot out of the way. Okay, so let me tell you dimensions too while I'm thinking about that. So let's see, where are we? We have our, this is rich razzleberry cardstock. Okay, so one full sheet of cardstock that measures our 8.5 by 11, right? So we cut it in half at 5.5 right there, and then we scored it in half along the 8.5 inch side at 4.25 inches to always make our nice crisp fold on our card, right? Okay, I'm gonna scoot that guy out of the way. Then this was our piece of crumb cake cardstock that measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then our piece of, and I show you the back side too. Isn't that very pretty? Love that pretty floral kind of, I think it's like old olive and maybe our new mossy meadow that's coming back. And then this is just gorgeous. I absolutely love this paper. So this DSP measures 3 inches by 4 inches. And the kind of cool thing that I wanted to make sure to mention to you all is when you cut, so a piece of designer series paper measures 12 by 12. So when you cut this exactly to 3 inches by 4 inches, you can get 12 pieces of this size designer series paper out of one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So in this case, I could make 12 cards with that one sheet of designer series paper. And I make lots of multiples of cards when we make them at class. So I think that's just kind of a good trick, you know, to kind of try to maximize the use of your designer series paper if you can. And then let's see, I did, oh, so on the inside, I'm going to put this sheet of Whisper White cardstock inside there. So this one measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I think that's it. This was just a strip of Whisper White cardstock. You just need it wide enough to fit your oval framelit on there. Okay? So I think that's it. So let's go ahead and kind of put things together. So this is one where you need to be a little bit careful where you put your adhesive, because if you run it all over like in the middle, it might stick to that to your work paper there, but you don't need to. I only ever put adhesive around the edges of my paper. Okay, and then we're going to add some more adhesive right here. Okay, so this one on our card base, I just kind of put it up in the top corner because I wanted to make sure because I love that print so much, I didn't want to cover it up a lot with my ovals. Okay, so I kind of put it up in that top corner so you could still see it really well. Okay, so then we're going to layer, and I love how these layer on there so nicely. We're going to add a couple of dimensionals on the back of our sentiment here, and then we have one last step. We're going to stamp just a little bit on the inside that Whisper White piece of cardstock. Okay, so we're going to add this guy right here. So isn't that so pretty? I basically, like, this is probably my most favorite piece of designer series paper in the Share What You Love Designer Series paper pack. And do you guys know you get 4 of each of these sheets of Designer Series paper? So normally you only get 2, but in this pack it's like a double pack, so you get 4 sheets. But so basically I picked this paper, and then I kind of built it from there in terms of like, this is rich raspberry, so that's why I pulled the rich raspberry card base, and then obviously this through the back is all crumb cake. That's why I used a couple of crumb cake layers on there also. Okay, so for the inside, I'll show you guys. I just stamped a couple of little baby flowers that are from our Love What You Do stamp set. So it's those little guys right there is what we're going to use. So I'm going to grab my stamp, and then I've got my rich raspberry ink, and kind of do a nice easy tap, tap, tap. And I just put a couple of them right in the corner, and that's all we're going to do there. And then we're going to put some adhesive on the back of this and put it on the inside of our card. I think that this rich raspberry cardstock, it's just dark enough. You could probably read, but I think it kind of adds a nice finishing touch on the inside, really, of any card. And also, then if you like start writing and you were like writing, you know, kind of down the page, or you, I don't know, mess up somehow, you can always just put a new piece of cardstock inside and rewrite your sentiment. So a couple of little tricks there for you. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Here's that other example too. So I just think I love, like I said, I can't stop saying that I love that Designer Series paper. It is my absolute favorite in our new annual catalog. And just don't forget, this is the only time that you can get the new Statement of My Heart stamp is in the Share What You Love bundle. All the details are going to be in the details of the YouTube video on how you can get these bundles. So thanks so much for watching today. I hope you all were ink-spired today. Make sure you check out my blog at gatheringinkspiration.com I'll have the video link for this video and lots of other videos on there as well, and then just lots of other stamping tutorials and ideas for you. If you are interested in purchasing the Share What You Love bundle or any of the other products, even on the last chance list that we just have a couple more weeks on, you can shop anytime at my website at amysuzanne.stampinup.net. Make sure you grab the host code off of my blog. It's on the right hand side toolbar when you shop online, because then you get a free goodie from me in your thank you card. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you all had a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.